Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is NHarmzWay, and this is Modded Minecraft, MC Eternal. I did a little work like I said I was going to. This is going to be episode 9A. I did a little bit of work. I said I was going to, and I did. One of the things that I did after I cleared out that section down there. So let's go down to it and see what that actually entailed. It wasn't super hard, but I kept getting a lot of champion level skellies. So I moved it a little bit, right? Because I finished also going around when I finished. So down this way there was a spawner here that was a skelly spawner, and there was a spawner here that was a zombie spawner. Well, for some reason this spawner kept getting me a bunch of champion spawns. So, and over this, remember we had talked about there is trying to get the last of this out of here, and that should be a good chunk, right? Looked like there was one there, so that's 5 of them, so there's a little bit there. Okay. Whew. They were 3 deep. Actually, the lava was 2 deep. So right here in the center there was a bunch of obsidian, and in the center of the obsidian was a blaze spawner. Well, the blaze spawner kept pushing blazes out, which, you know, it's supposed to do. Yeah, it was kind of bad because I kept getting, every time I would, it was obsidian, so it took me a long time to, there we go. So it took me a long time to actually, hey, look at that. That was the other thing too. Yeah. I changed in the configs. They wanted you not to get upgraded very quickly, so they had changed the upgrade stats to be very, very high. All I did was took a 0 off of the end of the stats. That's going to be fun. That's the ones that are underneath there. It's almost like we're sitting on this huge bed of lava, right? Anyway, so I took care of this. It took me a while. No deaths, but quite a bit of eating. I think I've gone through an entire stack and a half of, yeah, an entire stack and a half of baguettes in order to, I just want to get rid of the ones that are going to cause walking difficulty. An entire stack and a half of baguettes in order for us to get through it. A lot of poison. Several of the ones that were coming after me were plagued, so that made it that much more difficult. Okay, so that's what we did down there. I also built the repairer, and I'm fueling it with lava. I had thought about making the diamond one and fueling it with RF, but I want to increase this. This one is doing fine. I wanted to just have something that we can, boom. I mean, we're not going to do these because these, oh, I also changed these out to obsidian, and I changed this out to demonic metal. And demonic metal, let me show you where I made the how to do demonic metal. It's just gold dropped in here. Since we had nether rack, right, nether brick, I took 5 out from here, just like that. So there we go. Didn't do much outside the castle. Didn't do anything there. Haven't done anything here except sorted it. But I did get the parts, and you see here, I'm going to build one of these. So we can make one of those right now. And then we need, what was it, 6? We need 6 of those to build an actual igniter. And the reason that I want to build an igniter is because I want to be able to go downstairs and start collecting. Let's go with 1 blaze rod, 1 ender pearl. Put the blaze rod in our pulverizer. And grab the blaze from it. So we want to do this and that. Okay, I want 5 of these and 2 of any wood, so we'll get that right there. We're going to make this. I like this recipe, and I like that it's here because it means I don't have to actually make hoppers. The rest of the blaze powder can go there, and I need 3 obsidian. And the reason I'm doing this is because there's 2 types of vacuum hoppers, right? There's the vacuum hopper from Open Blocks, which is pretty cool. Then there's the absorption hopper from XP grinding tools. The absorption hopper, I believe, is going to be the better one for us because of its customizability. Because it's customizability, so it gives us a better area of effect. 1 more cobble, 1 stick. I meant to look up Wylix in his Project Ozone 3 first time run through did a sorry, not Wylix. I always pronounce it wrong. Wylix did a, this is how you set up an infinite ender what are the grains of infinity. This is how you set up an infinite grains of infinity. Until we can get to this point, which is only tier 2, so it's not too bad. But until you can actually get the grains of infinity, so you get typically a 50% chance here and a 10% chance here, or is it a 10% chance here and a 50% chance here? But you tend to get only a percentage chance. Well, that's all fine and dandy, right? So if you can light it up full time, alright, so that's going to face the way we're facing. So if you can light it up full time, right? And put a hopper above it, I think that'll work. We don't have to increase the range at all. And then you put a storage and have it go to the storage. Boom. Okay. Now what that is, west. So west we want it to go item. And that's what we want right there. So every time it produces one, it'll go in there. And I'm fairly certain that where we're sitting right now, we are within our chunk loaded area. So That's perfect. And we'll just leave that there doing its thing. And when we need... Now I could have used either hopper, right? But I'm going to use the absorption hopper for now. If there is an issue, I will change out to the vacuum hopper. I also updated our obsidian sharpening kits. I put everything as obsidian. It gave me more durability on everything. So, and, you know, we're at a point where we can probably make obsidian anytime we want. That's full, right? Full enough. And then I think this one down here is full too. Yeah, pretty full. Okay, so let's get into what we're gonna work on today. I didn't have any big plans. One of the things that I want to do is I want to make we've already done that. I want to make the induction smelter. It's not difficult. We're going to need an Invar gear, which we already know how to make Invar. We just need 4 of them. We're going to need the machine frame, which is a 10 gear, 4 iron, and any 4 glass. I've been using up this glass, but we need 4 iron and 4 tin. So we make that. That's probably wrong, right? No, it wasn't. It was actually right. Good. Our vacuum hopper we'll put over here with our miscellaneous stuff for now. I guess that lever can go in there too. Okay, so we're also going to need 2 copper gears, 1 Invar gear, and a redstone reception, which is gold. Alright, so I need gold. I need 2 copper gears, so I need 8 of these. Alright, so 2 of these, 1 of these. Did I keep any Invar in here? I happen to have 4 Invar, so that's perfect. Invar gear, and then we need 2 sand. And that should get us our induction smelter. Beautiful. Okay, so what's in here? Nothing. So our induction smelter can go right there. Our leadstone flux can go right here. That should be starting to fill with stuff. Good. So if we go into that right there, then we can take 1 nickel. Is it 2 nickel, 1 iron? Let's see which way it is. Take 1 nickel, 2 iron, and flux 3. Just like that, we can make whatever we need to with it, right? Invar. So I can also take the obsidian and put it in here and pulverize it. And make the hardened glass out of the obsidian, the pulverized obsidian. So if we go here and so redstone, basalt, that gives me pyrotheum. Lead and pyrotheum. But there's other ways to make it. In the melter, there we go. In the induction smelter, I can make 1 lead and 4 pulverized gives me the hardened glass. So and that can be here all time. Where did that go? Oh, there it went. Like, where did our invar go? Found it. So anyway, that's what we can do here. We can one of those and two of these. So if I want 7 of these, I need 14 of those to make invar. Now, the invar I'm going to use to upgrade each of these pieces of machinery so that it can hold more or produce more. But like I said, one of the things that I want to do is get enough of these in order to start making quite a bit of Ender IO components. Because almost everything in Ender IO requires those. The capacitors require it, and I want to make a vibrant capacitor bank. Because 25 million RF is a pretty good amount. And then, you know, we can use the infusers to... See, we've got 6 down here already. So, just let this keep working and good to go. That's 7 now. And the cool thing is that we don't have to be hovering over it or constantly lighting it in order for it to work, right? Did I not start the timer? I did not start the timer. So, if anybody is watching this live, remind me in 13 minutes that we have to fix that. I was here because I'm making this. We're going to take some lead next because we have some. I made 32, so times 4, that's going to be... I don't remember. It's probably not a good idea for me to try to do math right now, huh? Especially not in my head. So there's going to be 56, 60, 64. So 32 gives us 64. That doesn't make sense. Are we getting 2 per or are we getting 4 per? We're getting 4 per. I did 16. That's why. See, that's what I messed up. Okay, so we get this, and then we need 4 to 1, so we need 16 of these to make the hardened glass. And those go in here, that comes out. Why won't it let me change that? Because I haven't done that yet. Okay. I'm like, this is not right. It's supposed to go in there. Yeah, it's supposed to go in there after you actually pulverize it. So, silly me. Okay. So that we've made. Yay. Now let's look at making the upgrade for it. Hardened Upgrade is going to be 4 of them around a bronze gear. Well, bronze, we can alloy, right? And if we can alloy it there, we can probably alloy it over here. Molten bronze is alloyed by 3 copper, 1 tin. So I'm going to need 1 for each. And I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 for each, and I need 5. So I'm going to need 15 copper. Sounds like we have a slime block outside. or on top. Is it on top? We've got our souls down there. There's one. Very cool. So we can actually, because we have been using these for so long and had so much experience built up, we can actually start going forward with upgrades, right? Because if we look at that, we should have a couple of modifiers now. Our next experience, or our next level, is going to be 13.6. That's pretty good. So I'm going to put another demon metal on it and hope to get a better kill damage ratio, and then we can put the sweeping edge on it. So another demon metal, melt that. While that's working, grab our lead and throw that over here. And then while that's working, we can put these back in down there, right? I don't know if copper... So tin and copper will get us the bronze. And okay, tin does not. But I don't know if copper... I don't think copper alloys with these, and I'm hoping it doesn't alloy with the meteorite. So 18 grains of infinity. We'll use those. So the bronze, good. Hope to get us close to 2 blocks there. That all the way at the bottom and go there. And then put that here. So this goes there, and then this would go... So that's going to use 2 of our modifiers, but it's going to increase its 2 blocks, 2 ingots. Now we're going to have way more than we need, right? I hope. No, that'll give us the 5 that we need. Good. What we're going to be lacking, I think, is Invar. So I need all of these. That should give us 6. Okay, so the base upgrade, that should increase. So let's look at our power output right now. I believe it's 40, right? 40. So if I do that, that should increase it to 60. Good. Now, unfortunately, doing this on each of the rest of these... Oh, not on this one? Because this is a different... Okay, well, that's fine. Which is fine. We can upgrade something else at some other time. Not going to hurt us. Or we can use this actually to get a different upgrade. An Invar or a... I only need 4. So the next step up, right? So we use this to get to the reinforced, and this step gives us, I need 4 of those per. 4 and 4 should give us 8. That's not going to be enough. So if I need 4, then I need 4 times 16, so that should give us enough, 16. And I also need the hardened glass and a silver gear. Alright, so the silver gear will work while these are combining. Out of power. Why are we out of power? We're out of power because we ran out of coal. Which, unfortunately, that's why I wanted to increase this, so that we could actually get more power run into it at a time. It only uses 30 RF per tick right now. We can actually increase its speed or something. We can do a increase on this, but I want to get it to the second one, and then we'll start looking at augments, right? Because there's a power augment that I want. Is it here? Increases output. So this will increase the total power generation. And then there's another one. More RF produced by fuels. I don't want the side accessibility, but I do want this one. Prevents RF locks. So we need to get to the 3rd level, which means at some point we're going to have to get into the signalum, which is not a big deal. Alright. This is going to be a little bit, right? So I think that what I should do is go downstairs. How many do we have already? 7. So if I put 1 in there and all of those in there, I should get the electrum I need. And then all I need is the silver gears. I need 4 silver gears. Okay. And for now we're going to put this over here, this upgrade. We'll have to come back for it at another point. And be close to ready. It's got 4 more to do. So let's go see if we can get our electrum ingots. 1 block, 7 ingots. Didn't mean to do that. I don't know what we're going to use the obsidianite for, so I'm going to keep it in there. 3 blocks, 1 ingot. 1 ingot. 1, 2, 3 blocks. Okay, so that should give us 16, which is what we needed, and now we should have everything we need, right, to make 4 of them. Good, so now we can, once again, increase here, increase here, increase here, and before I increase this one, we're at 60 and we go to 80. So each of those doubled. Now the augments. So I want increased power generation and increased efficiency. So I want one of each of these. That's lead with a electrum, so redstone and electrum. So we're going to need another electrum, which is that, and it was 4 lead. So increased efficiency, so I need one of these, and then one of those, and we put that in here, and it should cost us less fuel to make it. Okay, and then we want one of these, which is going to be silver with silver, so 5 silver is what I need. So one of these for increased output. Pardon me. Okay, we were sitting at 80, right? So with this, it doubled, which is phenomenal. Now, if I were to put 2 more upgrades and 2 more of those, will we be getting 320 at a time? Now that one is full, that one is full, that one is full, that one is full, this one is full. So let's take this. Don't know why it wasn't charging, but put it in there. It should be, it is full. And it should be charging equipment, right? Does it tell me what I'm actually doing? There we go. That's probably what I needed. Is this charging? Yes. Good. So what is this at? 3.85. This should top it off. That was exactly what I needed. Okay. Cool. Alright, so that's going to do it for episode 1. Or episode 1. I keep doing that. For episode 9A. See you guys back in a second for 9B.